A traumatic event affects a High Point athlete every day of her life. Most of us can't relate, but we can learn from her outlook on life. WFNY News 2's Amanda Ferguson explains.
Many of us don't have to think twice about doing things like this, tying our shoes. For a freshman High Point University runner, those things take a lot of thought. With help from family, friends, and running, she's able to get through each day.
There's some days where I still wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is still me.
For 14 years of her life, Ashley Jones was able to do everything like anybody else would, without thinking, until one life-changing day.
As I lived so many years of my life with two arms, and now it's not that way.
5 years ago, Ashley was riding in an ATV back home in Colorado when it flipped.
To brace like the impact of the vehicle, I reached my right arm out onto the ground, and that's when like my arm got caught between the bar of the ATV and the ground.
Little did she know she would lose her arm.
It was just like shock. I don't think there's anything anyone can ever do to prepare for the life of an amputee. A lot of this journey has also been like finding inner strength.
She found running a few years later, eventually taking her to High Point to run cross country and track. Though running can be hard for her too.
My back's taken a big toll on the distribution of weight for my arm.
Being an athlete in general, it's a mental and physical game. Ashley says being an amputee can be the same way.
The pain is what reminds me that I'm an amputee, and sometimes I forget about it, and running's one thing that helps me just forget about it. I feel like I'm part of a team. I'm part of something greater than myself.
It may take her longer to do daily things like tie her shoes.
No one around me like that I see on a daily basis looks like me.
But Ashley won't let it define her.
Just because there's a difference in how you look or something, it's not a limitation.
Especially on the track.
I don't like to use the word disabled because I don't feel like I'm disabled in any way. I just feel like I have to adapt.
What a good outlook on life she has. Now, she also tells me she's getting surgery this June to help with the pain in her arm because she says there's nerves in there that cause her pain. So this surgery should help that. And she's getting that next month.
There's a great shot as I was watching this when she's running. In the background, they had a banner up against the fence or whatever that said "Leave Nothing," and I love that. I'd like to take a freeze frame of that. That's a poster, you know.
Very inspiring story. You know, when traumatic events like this happen to some people, they lose hope, they give up. But this is an example that instead of just giving up, just adjust in order to reach your full potential.
Yeah, I think inspirational. It hits the nail on the head with this one, Lauren. You're exactly right. And Amanda, amazing job on that story. You know, it makes you rethink. You get up, you may complain about having to go into work. You may think days are hard, but if someone is able to push through something like this and be so successful, and it doesn't bother her anymore, it seems like. She just takes this in stride, no pun intended, and is just doing a great job.
And Maddie, that's the thing. She's told me that she can't just get out of bed and go do things. She has to plan it out, and it has to be just like that every single day for everything she does.
I think my favorite shot from this entire story was when we had Ashley and her teammate was helping her tie her shoes. It just shows the bond and the connection that they have with the High Point athletic team over there, and it's just great to see a story of endurance and strength and just passion.
She's brave, that's for sure. Very brave, very driven.